So many big games that will be released in 2023. I think it's been a very good year for gamers. Many games were delayed last year due to the pandemic. So that you don't get confused about which games to play this year, you should check the list that I have provided. Here are the 10 biggest most anticipated games coming in 2023 for PC and console. Actually, there are more than 10 games that I have collected. I will divide them into several videos, so don't miss the latest video updates from me. Without further ado, let's just get started. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is an upcoming 2023 action-adventure game developed by Nintendo EPD and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch.
Dominate this kingdom and her allies.
A sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild 2017, Tears of the Kingdom retains many aspects of its predecessor, including the open-world environment of Hyrule, which is expanded to allow for more vertical exploration. While Tears of the Kingdom was initially planned for release in 2022, it is currently scheduled for release on May 12, 2023.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty is an upcoming action role-playing video game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo. The game is currently scheduled for release on March 3, 2023 on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Wo Long Fallen Dynasty might be an action game, but after playing through brand new areas for about 5 hours, I went away realizing that it innovates on the exploration loop in Soulsborne games more than anything else. While the game's challenging combat is as stellar as you would expect from a Team Ninja game, it is the morale ranked system that truly feels like it's shaking things up. In Wo Long, both the player and enemies have a morale rank that indicates their strength. You can raise your morale rank simply by defeating enemies, but it goes up faster if the enemy you beat has a higher morale rank than yourself. If you get killed, your morale rank will decrease, and the same can be said for the enemy. Different from a level-based progression system, Wo Long's morale rank indicates not how strong the player is, but how that strength compares to your enemies. It not only increases but can also decrease, which makes becoming stronger a completely different process. Street Fighter VI. Street Fighter VI is an upcoming fighting game developed and published by Capcom. It is planned for release for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and S on June 2, 2023. The main fighting gameplay of Street Fighter VI is based around the drive gauge, a system designed to encourage player creativity. The gauge can be used for 5 different techniques, requiring players to choose which to prioritize. Most of the drive gauge's mechanics are based on previously existing mechanics from previous Street Fighter mainline games, such as parry, focus attack, X-move, etc. A real-time commentary system is a brand new feature in Street Fighter VI, where English and/or Japanese play-by-play and color commentators watch the action in real time, giving it a more tournament-style feel. Diablo IV. The endless battle between the high heavens and the burning hells rages on as chaos threatens to consume Sanctuary. With ceaseless demons to slaughter, countless abilities to master, nightmarish dungeons, and legendary loot, this vast, open world brings the promise of adventure and devastation. Survive and conquer darkness, or succumb to the shadows. Assuming no further delays, Diablo IV is on track to launch on June 6, 2023. Interested parties can pre-purchase the Standard Edition for $69.99, the Deluxe Edition for $89.99 or the Ultimate Edition for $99.99. The Deluxe and Ultimate Editions include up to 4 days of early access, which would put you in the game starting June 2nd. Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 is a unique formula of horror, dark humor and over-the-top zombie slaying, spanning an epic pulp adventure.
Sun-baked, zombie-smashing playground. And trust me, these hungry...
This thrilling first-person, action RPG takes players across a brand new playground, a hellish vision of LA, or Hell A, as we like to call it. Dead Island 2 is stylish, vibrant and flooded with zombie infection. Explore iconic, gore-drenched Los Angeles. Meet larger-than-life characters. Slay countless foes in exquisitely bloody detail. And evolve to become the ultimate zombie slayer. You'll travel through the city and find whatever weapons are around to take out the zombies. You can even use the environment to kill them, so you don't have to get too close. However, you aren't the only survivor in LA, so you must be careful when you meet others. You don't know what they'll do when they see you.
Stomping, burning, or whatever.
Resident Evil 4 Remake. Resident Evil 4 Remake is an upcoming survival horror game developed and published by Capcom. It is a remake of the 2005 game Resident Evil 4, scheduled for release on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X on March 24, 2023. It will feature, over-the-shoulder, third-person shooter gameplay similar to the original game, while drawing from the remakes of Resident Evil 2 2019 and Resident Evil 3 2020. Resident Evil 4 is a remake of the 2005 game of the same name. It will feature, over-the-shoulder, third-person shooter gameplay similar to the original game, while drawing from the remakes of Resident Evil 2 2019 and Resident Evil 3 2020. In an innovative step to the Resident Evil series, Resident Evil 4 will be the first game to offer 6 optional control schemes, including one that is styled after the control scheme in the original game. Resident Evil 4 features modernized and improved visuals compared to the original, with a tenser atmosphere, improved character designs and enhanced backgrounds. As in the original game, the player will organize their inventory with an attaché case. The merchant also returns, allowing the player to buy, upgrade, and trade items. He will also provide new side quests that may be completed during the main story. In combat, Leon can roundhouse kick enemies to push them away, as well as new parry mechanics which include blocking attacks from a chainsaw with a knife.
The order is gone.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by Electronic Arts. It is scheduled to release on PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X on April 28, 2023. Star Wars Jedi Survivor maintains many of the gameplay elements from its predecessor with new gameplay elements added. In the lightsaber combat, there are 5, fully realized, stances in the game that Cal Kestis can use according to game director Stig Asmussen.
Here we go.
After all we've done.
A new Force Stasis ability, like the one used by Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens, allows the player to freeze enemies and blaster bolts in midair.
Not now that we have this.
The train is now departing. Next stop.
Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart is an FPS video game with action role-playing elements. The combat in the game consists of shooting and slashing with improvised weapons. Atomic Heart developed by Mundfish and published by Focus Entertainment and 4Divinity. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X on February 21, 2023. There's a lot to be said about unapologetically single-player games like Atomic Heart. Its entire focus is on creating an intricate world for us to explore and discover for ourselves. An eye-catching blend of super-powered shooting and first-person puzzling, this is a lengthy, tough, and terrific-looking shooter that has us bathing in the blood and gears of elaborately designed enemies, both biological and robotic, and dispatching them with an impressive set of combat options. Granted, it's not as clever as it thinks it is when dealing with melee combat or its typical fetch quests, and the story doesn't quite stick its landing, but the journey from point A to point B is a sight to behold.
The note and rendition of the
Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive open-world action RPG developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Now you can take control of the action and be at the center of your own adventure in the Wizarding World. The game is set in the Wizarding World universe, based on the Harry Potter novels. Taking place before the events of the novels, the player controls a student at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in 1899 who learns to wield different magical abilities and objects, aided by other students and professors. Level progression allows the player to access and upgrade different spells, talents, and abilities. The player character learns to cast various magical spells, brew potions and master combat abilities. Player characters can establish friendships with interactable non-player characters. As these relationships grow, schoolmates become companions who can accompany players on their journey, expand their abilities, and offer unique dialogue options as players learn their stories. The game received generally favorable reviews from critics, with praise for the combat, world design, and characters.
They are interesting to look at.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is still on track for release later this year. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is thought to have been in production for about a year, so Insomniac is giving itself plenty of time to develop a worthy sequel in 2023. The new Spider-Man 2 game is a PS5 exclusive. Insomniac says that it's excited to be pushing the capabilities of the console in an adventure that will continue the journey of both Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Insomniac has now shifted its focus to the PS5, following the release of Ratchet & Clank. Rift Apart is a platform exclusive, as it attempts to push the boundaries of third-person action-adventure games. One Spider-Man 2 villain has been confirmed so far, and it's Venom. Venom won't be the only threat facing the Spider-Men. There's plenty of rogues that could come into play, the Lizard and Green Goblin being the most likely. That's the end of our list. We hope you find something enjoyable to play. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and comment below. Subscribe this channel to get more about the best games. See you on my next video.